Let's check out build pre-alpha 17 of Putter Island. It's been a few months. There's been quite a few changes. The first thing I want to show you is our new quest system. It's being used here for a tutorial. So right at the start of the game here, this is a new game. You can see below the map we have a quest instruction, just like you'd have in any of these modern open world games, you know, like a Skyrim or a Horizon, whatever. Enter the garage is the instruction. For the tutorial, return the boxes quest. So if I enter the garage here, the quest will begin. It's actually spawned this pawn here and these actors that I can interact with because they're relevant to the quest. So I'll shut up now and let the quest do its thing. If you're heading into town, could you please bring these empty boxes back to Dan Decker at Outpost Alpha? I'd help you do it, but I'm afraid I tweaked my back in the move. So now this is interesting. I could just grab the boxes and proceed, and the game will acknowledge that. But if I don't, if I dilly-dally here, a new line will be said that will...
Did you hit your head or something? To grab a box, just look at it and press use.
That new line prompt the player with some new instruction. Sorry if this sounds confusing in the explanation video. It must be weird having characters with the same voices as me while I'm trying to talk about it.
Put the box in the back of the truck and press use to drop it.
All that animation that you're seeing is being done by me in VR. It's my VR puppetry like I had done for Cynical Jack, only it's much improved.
Once you've returned the boxes, don't forget to check the delivery terminal for some work. We could use the extra cash in case we want to spruce this place up a bit.
If you were paying attention, you would see that the tutorial quest instruction on the left-hand side actually updated as we were going through the various steps in the quest. So there are that also opens up the option for branching paths and whatnot. I don't have any in there, but you could potentially build quests with, you know, dialogue trees and multiple endings and whatnot. That's all supported in the system I built. I really only built it because I needed the tutorial, but maybe I'll add some quests to the game because the functionality's all there. Another big change that you'll see, maybe you won't see, I'll actually pull up a shot from an old version of the game for comparison. I've rewritten the code for this truck, and it is now much more stable than it used to be. It still kind of vibrates a little bit left and right, but it mostly stays where you parked it. It might just vibrate a bit. It used to sort of drift a lot left and right. It had something to do with how I had written my brake code. I rewrote that, and now it's a lot smoother. Deliveries now also have locations that they need to go to. Here we have a delivery bin. I can't just bring the delivery anywhere inside the warehouse. I have to put it in the bin. And it opens the possibility for having multiple bins at a location. So if you had, say, refrigerated cargo, you might have to put it somewhere different than general cargo like we have here. I've been experimenting with a range of cargo shapes. Up to now, I've mostly just been using these 40 centimeter cubes, and they've been easy to manipulate. It doesn't really matter what orientation at which you grab it. It ends up being roughly the same shape in your hands. So it's pretty easy to just sort of toss anywhere. However, when I started using things like this tool case here, I noticed I want some fine control over its orientation. I don't want to put it down like this. I'd rather have it standing up. So I've added controls that allow you to manipulate an object in your hand in all three axes. It works pretty good. And so now I can put that box exactly where I wanted to put it. An issue, though, is that you always grab an object at the center of mass. So a big stick like this, even with these controls, is hard to manipulate. I'm going to consider adding multiple manipulation points to each object. So if you grab something with the handle, you would grab it at the handle, or here you could grab this rod by the end as well as by the middle or by the other end. Right now you can only grab it by the middle, and if I try to grab it by the end, it grabs it by the middle anyway. These different cargo pieces also have different properties. So these rocks here are extremely heavy. You'll see if I try to move, they're super heavy. And if I plop it in the truck, you'll probably see the suspension go down. They're also indestructible. They can't be damaged. But some of this other cargo can be, and there's different levels of fragility. So this box is going to be pretty rigid. This toolbox is going to be a little less so. And this long stick probably even less so. So I wouldn't want to put, say, these stones on top of any of those fragile items. It's something new to consider. Payouts are delivered based on the condition percentage times the reward. I've also redone orders so that they're starting point agnostic. An order can be generated from any shipping center. And the distance of the shipping center to the delivery location is used to calculate the reward payout. So now there's just a bit more variety in orders. There's the same number of orders, but they can all come from any distribution center now, which spices up the game a little bit more. Hauling these rocks, a kilometer isn't so bad, but hauling them all the way across the map can be a real pain in the ass, but the payout is worth it. Also new to this build is a day-night cycle. I've sped it up here to really sort of show it off. And with that, I've shown off build pre-alpha 17 of Putter Island. There's actually a lot more that's gone on behind the scenes here. I mean, I had to rebuild that whole animation system, and that was a lot of work. I actually redid the entire save game system, so how save games work, the literal format of the save game, to accept quests, but to also support tracking cargo and delivery states after they've been completed. So you can now track things over time. You could say, hey, this order, I completed it before. What was the payout I got then? What was the average condition of cargo then? And can I improve it for this next time that I take the order? All that stuff's being tracked. It was necessary for the quest system because with this quest where I was delivering items, you needed to be able to look at a finished delivery to say, hey, was this delivery finished, in order to complete the quest. Anyway, a lot of stuff gone on behind the scenes that you might not necessarily see in this video, but the game's in great shape. I think now it's really all about building new content rather than building new gameplay systems, which is exciting. Hopefully in the next build I'll show you, the world will be much more filled out. There will be more places to deliver both from and to, and there will be more variety in the cargo, and hopefully some of the placeholder graphics I'm using for cargo and that stuff will be tidied up a little bit. Anyway, thanks for listening. Have a good one.